Hey, it's Jake G33 here again. I'm going to give you another paranormal story of mine that's always true, always genuine. And so let's just jump right into it. There was that whistling ghost that freaked my buddy out. And once he got to school, he let a bunch of people know about it. So I ended up getting a little validation there amongst the people who were ridiculing me, which was pretty nice for the time being, but nonetheless, I still had to go home to a ghost. So, went home, and I started doing my research, kept on doing what it is I was supposed to be doing, just looking through research, finding out why things were going the way that they were going. And in this instance, as I was researching, it was starting to get late at night. And as it was getting late at night, I started to hear some footsteps coming from the living room. And I thought that my mom or dad was coming in to come and tell me to go to bed, because, it was getting late and it was time for me to go to bed. And as the footsteps continued closer into the dining room where I was at, I ended up not seeing anyone walk into the dining room, but the footsteps kept coming. And the footsteps walk completely past me. As they walked past me, they walked past me, which was within like 5 feet of where I was sitting at. As they walk past me, they walk into the kitchen, and three different fabrics there. My living room was carpet, the dining room was hardwood floor, and the kitchen was like laminate type stuff. So it was three different sounds all the way through. And as it got into the kitchen, I heard something rustle in there. At this point, I was completely just amazed at what I was hearing, and just sitting there in awe. And once I heard the rustling, I was thinking, okay, that could have been one of my dogs. That could have been one of the dogs in there. I go into the kitchen, there is no dog in there. I did happen to find a magazine that was flipped open, though, which very well could have been what it was that I heard there. And as I am in there looking at the magazine, wondering if that was what it was, I then feel and hear, and I feel the breath right on my ear, and I flipped out. I flipped out a bit, because, at this point, it had only been like, I didn't think that it would be able to touch me or be able to do anything towards me until that. Once I felt that breath and heard it in my ear, and it really became real. And at that point, I flipped out, and I started yelling at it, telling it that I hadn't messed with it, and that it shouldn't mess with me. And after that, it calmed down for a little while. And even though there were times where he kept letting himself let me know that he was there, it did slow down for a good amount of time. It really did. But what I realized at that point is that the fear that I was producing was giving this ghost it gave him energy. It made it to where he was able to do things. And fear tends to be a big thing that they play on. He wanted that to happen. He wanted all this to just cause fear. And causing that fear gave him more power to be able to do what it is he was able to do. Once I stood up and told him that this wasn't going to happen, I even threatened that I would get rid of him. And at the time, I didn't know how to, but nowadays I'd be able to get rid of anything at his level. But he after that, like I said, there were times where he let himself be known, but after that, things started to calm down, and that was quite nice for my homestead and for my own sanity. Now, even though things were getting more calm at my house, getting out of the house, on the other hand, and being with friends who also would tell me things about their own homes, that's a different story. And that's where we're going to come in next time. This whole next series is going to be all about what has happened with my friends and how things continue to happen to this day. You guys have a good one. It's Jake G33. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.